A Maryland family is desperate to find their mother's grave at a century-old cemetery in Clinton.
But as I-Team investigator Scott Taylor reports tonight, Forest Hills Memorial Gardens is overgrown, in disrepair, and has no available record of where the departed are buried.
So Scott, it's leaving families really just searching for answers at this point.
Yeah, it sure is. You might be surprised to hear that most states do not require cemeteries to file burial maps. So it's possible in a case like this, your loved one's final resting place could be lost forever. When you first arrive at Forest Hills Memorial Gardens in Clinton, Maryland, it looks like an overgrown but quiet city park. Look closer, and you'll find headstones hidden in the tall grass and brush, sinking graves, and a cemetery falling into disrepair. So let's take a look at where you think your mom is buried. Where is it?
Okay. She will be buried up here at the front entrance by the gate.
Nisha Copeland says her mother, Renee Annette Scott Jackson, is buried at Forest Hills, but she can no longer find her grave. Years of neglect have allowed weeds, trash, and collapsing ground to swallow up markers and graves.
I came up here with my other sibling, and the grass is pretty high, and we searched the area to where she was actually buried at over here, and we had no luck, and it was pretty distasteful to see that all the markers was pretty much destroyed or sunken in the ground.
This problem goes back decades. In 2000, more than 60 families complained to the Prince George's County State's Attorney's Office. The owner was fined for operating without a license amid allegations of unkept graves and improper burials. A judge ordered the cemetery cleaned up, but it never happened.
This is not acceptable. Like, we cannot just stand and let our loved one's marker be destroyed, broken. It's trash in this cemetery. It's pretty bad.
After months of digging, 7 News discovered the cemetery is now officially considered abandoned by the state. The Maryland Department of Assessments and Taxation says the owner forfeited the property years ago after failing to file required tax reports dating back to 1998. It gets worse. The state and county have no burial maps or records, making it nearly impossible to locate loved ones.
They had no records. I was told that the previous owner of this property pretty much destroyed files back in the 90s.
Only a few states like Texas, Minnesota, and Rhode Island require mapped burial records be filed. Maryland does not. Prince George's County has stepped in to cut the grass, but has limited legal authority to do more. There may be hope. Maryland recently created an Abandoned and Neglected Cemeteries Fund to help restore forgotten burial grounds, and Forest Hills appears to qualify. For families like Copeland's, action can't come soon enough.
I can't even find her due to the neglect of this. This is horrible.
Wow, here's how you can help. Starting this year, Maryland taxpayers can make a donation on their state income tax forms to help restore abandoned cemeteries. The state wants to set aside about $250,000 each year. Right now, it's still developing the program because it's so new. For the I-Team, Scott Taylor, 7 News.
Scott, thank you. Let's get a look